Reeve, principal of Vanderveer Elementary School.
And I'm Dr. Tian, superintendent of schools.
We are so excited to welcome everyone to our Vanderveer Evening Learning Academy.
You are all in for weeks and weeks of enjoyment.
You will be learning alongside your very own Vanderveer teachers.
Also, we have teachers and administrators from across the district that will be bringing you fun learning experiences.
You will become scientists, engineers, mathematicians, writers, world explorers, and learn to communicate in different languages as you explore concepts in math, reading, writing, science, social studies, world language, and so many more.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we encourage you to visit often and view other lessons in our learning library as we add to the videos each week. Enjoy!
Hi scientists, I am so excited to get to work with you today. Before we begin, I'm going to need you to grab a few things. It's okay if you don't have them, but what I want you to do is I want you, if you can, to go grab a flashlight. Grab a flashlight, and I want you to grab a couple more materials, like probably as big as your hand. So it could be maybe a paper plate. It could be paper, it could be a notebook, it could be your Chromebook. Go ahead around the house, maybe gather 3 or 4 items and a flashlight if you have one. No big deal if you don't have one. Go ahead and go find those materials and then come back so we There's going to be 2 flashlights shining on the board. I want you to notice what is similar between the flashlight and what is different between the flashlight. Then I also want you to be thinking, I wonder why they are similar and different. So again, I'm going to have 2 flashlights and I'm going to point them at the board. I want you to notice what is similar between the 2 circles and what is different. Okay, let's go ahead and shine these on the whiteboards and see if you can notice and wonder the differences and similarities. So what did you notice? Tell me one thing that you thought was the same. Awesome! One thing that you saw that was the same was that they both gave off light. Tell me, what is one thing that you saw that was different? Or maybe you can come up with 2. Amazing! That was some great ideas. I heard one of you say that there was one light that was brighter than the other light. Whoa! I also heard one of you say that one of the lights looked bigger than the other one. Those are so great. Now we're going to take a second and I'm going to show you what I did. Do you have any guesses on why they were different? So what I was doing was I was shining two flashlights, but I covered the flashlights with different material. Here was one, and here was the other. So the first one was covered in this, and the light went through this. The blue flashlight was on, and it shined through this. What do you notice about these two things? How about you share out one thing that you notice about these two things? Awesome! I heard one of you say that you can see through this one. This one, you can't really see through. Can you see me a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. This one, you can completely see me through. So now we've seen what light looks like through this, what light looks through this. Now let's see what light looks through this, a piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did. I'm going to take my piece of paper and I am going to wrap my rubber band around it, and I'm going to go shine it on the light, and I'm going to compare it to the other two. Do you have any predictions of how it's going to be similar and how it's going to be different? Let me hear them. You got some good guesses here. Let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens. Is one thing that you noticed? Let me hear. That's awesome. So I heard some of you say one was really bright, one was not so bright, and one was not bright at all. So let's take a look at these three materials. What is something that you notice about these materials? Go ahead and shout it out. What is something that you notice that is similar and different between these three materials? What is different and similar between the three objects? Were so amazing. Some of you said that the size was different. Absolutely. Look at that size. They're absolutely different. Another smart scientist said they're different material. This one is a little bit different than this and this. They're all made up of different things. What else did you notice? Awesome! You said that you can see through this one. You can kind of see through this one, but you can't see through this one. That is exactly what we're going to learn about today. So scientists, I hope that you are ready to learn about 3 new words today: opaque, transparent, and translucent. So here are 3 new words. Opaque. Can I hear you say opaque? Opaque. Nice. Opaque is this. The next word is translucent. Can you say translucent? Nice. Translucent. The last word is transparent. Can you say transparent? Nice job. Transparent. So, out of these 3 objects, which one do you think was transparent? Look how you can see the hand. Which one of these can you see my hand through? Awesome, this one. This one is transparent. Which one can you kind of see my hand through? Nice, this one. This one is transparent. Now this last one is opaque. You cannot see my hand through it. So let's go a little bit deeper into that. So our first scientific word is transparent. Can you say transparent? Nice, transparent. Transparent means that it allows light through. So you can see light goes right through this object, making it transparent. This means that you can clearly see through the object. So when you lift the object up, you can see right through it. That makes an object transparent. What objects do you think that you have in your house that are transparent? I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to go and try to find something that is transparent, that you can see right through, and light will go right through as well. Try to go find one transparent object. Go.
Go find an object that is transparent. Remember, transparent means you can see through it. If you can't find an object, look for one and be ready to share it out loud. Find an object that is transparent, meaning you can see through the object.
Now show me those transparent objects. Those are so cool. I saw one of you point to your window. I saw someone else bring a cup that they drink out that was clear. I saw somebody else grab a lunch baggie where they put their sandwich in. Great job. So here's some objects that are around your house that you might have that are transparent. You may have a cup that's see-through. You may have a window that you can see right outside your window. These objects in your house are transparent. Now let's go take a look at objects around your house that are translucent. The next word that we're looking at is translucent. Can you say translucent? Awesome, translucent. Now translucent, what do you think translucent means? Awesome, I heard some of you say it. It's an object that allows some light, not all of it, but some light to go through. So that means you can partially see an object. So when I put this up to my head, you can see my color, you can see some of my shirt, you can see some things through it. Not all the details, but some of them or most of them. That makes it translucent. If I put it over the Vanderveer bear, you can see that it's a bear, but maybe the words are hard to read. That is translucent. I am going to give you another 30 seconds to go around your house and try to find something that is translucent. Are you ready? All right, on your marks, get set, go!
Go and find an object that you can kind of see through. If you can't pick it up, go ahead and just think about what it is that you are going to share out. So you're finding an object, either picking it up or being ready to share something that you can partially see through, a translucent object.
Now hold up those objects that you found that were translucent. Hold them up. Whoa. Oh my God, you are so creative. I saw some of you hold up some kitchen objects. I saw some of you held up some of your favorite toys. There were so many good ones. I'm going to show you two objects I thought about that may be in your house. I thought that maybe you have a cup at your house that is a little translucent. It's not transparent. You can't see all the way through it. The light wouldn't go all the way through it, but most of the light would go through it. Another object that I thought that you might have at home is some dice. Some dice that you can kind of see through them, but not completely. So some toys are translucent. All right, we are now going to the last word. Does anyone remember what that last word was? Let me hear it if you do. Whoa, I heard someone say it. Opaque. What do you think opaque means? We have an object that we can see through, partially see through. Now, what do you think opaque means? Our last word is opaque. Let me hear you say opaque. Nice. Opaque. I heard some good guesses of what you think it is, but what do you think opaque means? See, I'm going to put a flashlight. Why isn't the light on my hand? Opaque means it is an object that does not allow any light to go through it. This means that we cannot see through the object. Can you see through this object? No, you can't. So this makes it opaque. The light stops and can't go through it. That means opaque. Now you know what's next. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go around and try to find something that is opaque in your house. Go.
Go and find something that is opaque. Remember, opaque means you cannot see through it, or light does not go through it. So what is an object in your house that is opaque? If you can't pick it up and bring it over, go ahead and think about an object that would be opaque. So find an object or think about an object in your head that you know is opaque, that you cannot see through it.
Now show me your objects. Hold them up. Whoa, that one's super cool. I love that. One of you brought a chair over. That is so silly. I love it. So some objects that I see a chair. Some of you brought over a cup that you can't see through. Some of you brought a plate over. Nice job. A blanket. Oh, I see a blanket too. Some things I thought that may be in your house is another type of cup. We've now seen a cup that's transparent, translucent, and now opaque. So I thought maybe a cup, and you have a door in your house. A door you can't see through. So now you learned these 3 new words: transparent, translucent, and opaque. So now I'm going to show you some objects and you are going to guess if you think the object is transparent, translucent, or opaque. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test it with our handy dandy flashlight. If the light goes through it, it's going to be awesome, transparent. If some of the light goes through, it's going to be awesome, translucent. And if no light goes through it, it's going to be great, opaque. Our first object is going to be a Sprite bottle. Now, do you think this Sprite bottle is transparent, translucent, or opaque? Let me hear. Ooh, I heard some good guesses. Let's go and find out.
It was, any guesses? Translucent. You could see some light, but not all of the light.
We now have some sand. Is the sand going to be transparent, translucent, or opaque? It was, what do you think? Opaque. The sand was opaque. What about a color? What do you think? Translucent, transparent, or opaque? It was, what do you think? Opaque. It was opaque. We could not see through it. Light did not go through. Our next object is my dog's toy. Is it translucent, transparent, or opaque? Let me hear your answers. Find out. It was translucent. We could see some light, but not all of the light. Now, what do you think this communicator is? Transparent, translucent, or opaque? What do you think? It was, what do you think? Awesome! It was transparent. We could see through it completely. I now have a bucket. What do you think the bucket is? Transparent, translucent, or opaque? Let me hear. Nice. It was, let me hear, shout it out. That's right, opaque. It was opaque. I now have some tissue paper. You know when you're opening gifts and you get a gift in a bag and there's some tissue paper in it? Do you think the tissue paper is transparent, translucent, or opaque? Let me hear. It was translucent. You couldn't see all the light, but you could see some of it. Our last object is a glove. Do you think this glove is transparent, translucent, or opaque? Let's go find out. It was, could we see all the light, some light, or no light? Translucent. We could see some light. gather a couple of things with your flashlight. So now that you've seen me test objects, I want you to test some objects. So what that means is you're going to grab your flashlight or a light that you have, and you're going to try to look through it and say, this is transparent, or this is translucent, or this is opaque. So you're going to test your objects and figure out what they are. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to test your objects. Go ahead.
What objects can you find around the house that are transparent, you can completely see through them, translucent, you can partially see through them, or opaque, you cannot see through them? Look around or test some objects that you have around.
So what are some things that you tested? Share them out and tell me if they were transparent, translucent, or opaque. Someone tested a napkin. The napkin was opaque. What else did you test? Someone tested their stuffed animal. The stuffed animal was opaque. Such cool ones. Now what you can do is you can continue testing things around your house. You may even want to show somebody in your house. Tell your parents or your grandparents or your aunt or your sister or your brother, hey, this object is translucent. Do you know what translucent means? And then you tell them translucent means that some light goes through it, not all of it. I can't wait for you to get to share these awesome new vocabulary words with the people around you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for the past little bit. It was great seeing all of your smart thinking scientists.